Tabatha's going to share her story with you.
So this is my second time doing this, but still. So, just before I graduated from high school, I met a really sweet guy at a local shop when I stopped in to get new tires for my car. I joked with him that if my hubcap fell off, I'd be back. He told me I didn't need an excuse to come back. And so our friendship began and soon blossomed into a serious relationship. We knew we wanted to get married and start a family, and a couple of years later, when I was 20, we were blessed with a beautiful baby girl, Callie. We welcomed her into the world, and our little family felt complete. I was working full-time. Sorry, guys. Being a mom and trying desperately to be an adult in the world's eyes. You know, they don't always tell you that you can get pregnant so quickly after having a baby. So you can imagine my surprise when Callie was 4 months old and discovered I was 6 weeks pregnant. I was scared, I was worried, and yes, I was freaking out. I really just needed someone to talk to. Someone who would understand my fears and concerns, who could just listen to me and not be judgmental. I knew I could talk to my mom, but at that point I just needed an outside, objective opinion. I knew I wanted to keep my baby, being a believer in God. And in this sacredness of life, I knew this little creation in my belly was going to be a part of our family. But at that point, I just wasn't sure what that was going to look like or how it was going to work. That meant I would have 2 children, barely a year apart in age, and I knew it was going to be hard. I remember I heard about a pregnancy health center, now Comfort Care Women's Health, on the radio, so I found the closest clinic to me at the time, which was the location in Waynesboro. There I met the most amazing patient advocate, Connie. I still remember how she listened intently as I shed tears and shared my heart with her for what seemed like hours. She was so patient and offered sound advice and emotional support. I felt respected and encouraged. Even after that initial appointment, I came back 2 or 3 more times just to talk to her again. New worries or concerns would arise. But what about bathing 2 babies? How am I going to feed 2 babies at the same time? How in the world is this all going to work? I just needed a listening ear to hear me out and give me vision for how I could get through this. That was nearly 12 years ago. Hard to believe, but I now have not 1, but 2 twin girls, and what a blessing they both are to me. A few years after our second daughter was born, we had a third daughter, who is now 7. And then just over 2 years ago, I became pregnant again. And I knew exactly where to turn. I was excited to learn that there is now a clinic in Lexington, which is closer to my home. I knew they would give me the pregnancy test and ultrasound to confirm my pregnancy. I also knew I could count on their moral support if I just needed someone to talk to as well. With this last pregnancy, we were excited to learn the baby was a boy. After 3 girls, my husband was thrilled to welcome another guy into the household. Our sweet Remington was born in July of 2014, and he hasn't stopped moving or smiling since. He is certainly a bundle of joy and energy. We are a family of 6 now, and I can't imagine my life without Comfort Care. Without this organization, my life would surely be different. With my second pregnancy, I was completely not prepared. In fact, I was pretty much in shock. And when you find yourself in a state of shock, the fear of an unknown future sure takes over all of your thoughts. That's when Comfort Care steps in. The staff and volunteers at Comfort Care take the time to help you realize life can go on and it will be okay. They help me to just step back, take a moment, and look at my life. They help me look at all of my resources and encourage me that I could be a great mom of 2 young babies at the same time. I'm not going to lie, it still wasn't easy mothering 2 babies 13 months apart. I felt like I had twins. But as each day progressed, I got closer and closer to the vision Comfort Care showed me. I became more confident, I felt more capable and successful at parenting. The girls got older and it got easier. Well, maybe not easier. But I mentioned these girls are now tweenies. But now I'm walking in the hope Comfort Care laid out for me. They gave me the courage to see beyond that initial crisis, and I'm so thankful they did. And even now, all these years later, as a seasoned mom, I'm still so blessed by Comfort Care. You see, I attend patchwork parenting classes almost weekly. I'm so incredibly thankful for not only the resources and information they are provided through patchwork, but also the social aspect, meeting other moms and spending time together. And where would I be without all the diapers, wipes, and formula you've provided through Comfort Care? Just in the last year, I've been suffering from medical issues, which causes me to have seizures. And for that reason, I'm not able to drive or work. The staff at Comfort Care has really gone out of their way to make sure I had all the diapers and wipes I needed for my little boy. I'm really not sure how I would have made it through the last year without Comfort Care. So thank you for supporting this unique ministry with your prayers, donations, and time. It's impacted my marriage, my family, and me throughout my life. It's gotten us through shock and given us peace. It's walked with us through joy and given us support. Please continue to help this effective ministry so that all women in our community, no matter their situation, can be blessed with the same compelling support. Thank you all.